A prominent member of the Labour Party and a spokesperson for the Obi'S Presidential Campaign Council responded to the Nigerian Law School's 5-year ban on the Obi'S University Faculty of Law, which is owned by the Labour Party's vice presidential candidate in the 2023 presidential election. According to Sahara reporters, Nigerian Law School banned Obi'S University from admitting students into its law faculty for consistently violating its admission quota of 50 students per session. The report further stated that findings shows that the Faculty of Law in the university was currently having a backlog of over 347 law students waiting to be admitted into the Nigerian Law School. However, after the report surfaced online, there were several reactions from many people. In a post that Unisa Tanko shared on his page on Friday, he said the victimization has started and it must be resisted. He wrote, "The victimization has started. We must resist this. A new Nigeria is possible." The question we should be asking, and we want the base university that Obi'S happens to be the owner of that school, you should come and respond to this. That is it true of the allegation being levied against him? Is it true? Let him explain. After he must have explained, they will not know whether it is true or not. Of course, that is the first thing we need to do. But with that, we need to know. We should not just start condemning. We know that all these people, they are very smart. It's possible that the victimization has started, but let us look at things from a holistic angle, not just to jump into conclusion. We know what APC can do. We know what the evil politicians can as well do. But on their own side, he needs to come out and say, oh, it is not true, it is true, or it is not so. A lot of people can really insinuate whatever they want to insinuate. It is allowed, it is possible, especially at this moment that a lot of things are just going zigzag, ups and down. The new Nigeria or Banana Republic, when the institution guide allowed you to admit only 50 students for law and you went ahead to admit almost 400, and you people want to rule Nigeria. And like I said, we have to look at this whole thing from holistic, from all angles, because now those who are now saying that hey, these people want to rule Nigeria, but when it comes to election, INEC rules and regulation, they will say that it does not matter, they have rights to do whatever. Meanwhile, it has been put into law. They say it is not law, it is justice. But that is why we need Dati to come and explain what actually happened. If this report is true, then it is not politics, something he cannot do in his country. The Mauritania should not be tried here in Nigeria. Like, seriously? Base University is about money, and that is why the likes of Dino Melaye, Ajero, and the other children of the rich who score below 160 in JAM are there. Collect your money that you have made. Tanko, that you have made is alive and he can talk, so let him defend himself. Exactly. Politics brought in academics just to destroy mankind. If this is true, Nigeria is playing for what they ordered, and democracy is even worse under the civilian rules than military rules. Is it mandatory for every Nigerian to belong to the ruling party, or targeting of opposition leader is a revenge after election, an attempt to suffocate them and threaten their existence until they decamp to ruling party? Without opposition, there is no check and balances. This is another African disease, intimidating a political opponent by attacking their related assets. All federal and state universities in Nigeria do not obey the quota, and they must all be suspended. For this is not to be viewed as direct victimization of Dati. Which victimization are we talking about here? The university must obey the law establishing it and not to make excuses. Really, see all these people they talk. Other universities had similar experience. I know a private medical school that had its license withdrawn by the Medical and Dental Council. We should also look at the government schools to whether they are obeying the same thing or not. People who cannot pay ordinary salary, people who are owing workers, they are the ones telling us about a rule of law. I don't even know what is happening to you, the so-called these people. The base university not to admit is given to base not to admit more than 50 students per session. Daddy, you need to come and speak. Yes. May the Almighty God deliver Nigeria from Tinubu hands. I am heavily obedient and won't support any harm on our men. But the question is, did the school violate the 50 students per semester quota allowed by the law student studies regulator? If yes, they should face the music, obedience movements or not. Even if it is my mom or wife that is involved, sentiments must be out. What is right must be done. We cannot be talking of a new Nigeria and be condoning nonsense in the name of political party affiliation. I'm far from such, even as obedient person. That is how it ought to be. Like I said, this man should come and explain himself if it is true. So how is the 5-year base university law faculty banned by Nigeria law school a victimization? Is true or not that base exceeded its 50 students admission quota yearly for 5 years? Is it true or not that it has 347 students backlog waiting for admission into the law school? Yes. After all explanations, you still shouting victimization. Let the university deny the allegations. That is the cocoa. So guys, let's know what you think. God forbid that we begin to see red and call it black. We know those who are in that category. When Aisha Yusufu came out that day and said, oh, Oti, what you did is not right. If if it is true, we can't be complaining or seeking to have a new Nigeria, and you are doing the same thing that other people are doing, all this Tinubu and the rest. And some people say, oh, she's overzealous. That is how it ought to be. You call them out. But unfortunately, APC cannot do that. They don't have the liver to do that. So, Daddy, you need to come out and deny or accept these allegations. Thanks so much, and let's have your take.